Good morning, Philippines and the rest of the world. A big mabuhay to everyone out there. I got up a little early today. I don't know if I look a little tired. I didn't think I looked a little tired when I went to the bathroom before the live cast here, but wow, I'm looking a little sleepy. But in any event, even though it's a little too early here to get fast food, is it ever too early to get fast food? But I thought I'd go over Jollibee prices and quality and other kinds of fast food. I don't know if other people are really into that, but I thought I'd give a live update. I know there's a lot of Jollibee lovers out there in the Philippines and the world at large. And so I thought I'd give you a quick review of what I found here and the prices, and as well as McDonald's and some other places. I'm kind of a fast food junkie. I know I got to lose some weight like most of us, but I thought, I'd sort of give a quick shout out there for people that are coming to the Philippines or are wondering how things are as far as fast food is doing in the Philippines, because I know there's just a huge following out there. So when I married my wife, we lived in Hawaii, and there's lots of Filipinos in Hawaii. And the first thing my wife wanted to do after about, I don't know, was it 6 months, 8 months, something like that, was to go to Oahu, because we were on Maui, and find the Jollibees. And they have the Jollibee out there, and everyone's taking photos and pictures because it's the only Jollibees. I guess there were two Jollibees in Oahu, but at that time they were the only Jollibees in Hawaii. And I was introduced to the Filipino culture or fast food culture for the first time, and there are such loyal customers, and I know why, because the food is so good, especially the chicken. Chicken is really important as far as cuisine in the Philippines, and you can see that with their fast food. They have chicken with everything. In the U.S., when McDonald's started out and Burger King and those places, really not too much chicken. It was all with KFC with chicken. But, I was introduced to that, and also the great customer service that you see at Jollibee's, and also Philippine McDonald's. I would say that it's much better than U.S. service. I mean, lately in the U.S., that they're messing up your orders frequently, and I know it can be a difficult job, with lots of people and the fast, action, the pace, and so I can understand some mistakes being made, but sometimes there's a lot, and kind of is a downer when you get your wrong order or something like that. In the Philippines so far, also with Jollibee's in the U.S., I've never really had a problem with the order or the quality of the food. It seems to be really consistent and really well done, and you're always greeted with a great smile. So in any event, we flew over, and we're exhausted. I flew into Clark to save a little bit of money, and we landed in Korea at Incheon. Then we flew over. I wasn't as tired as I thought. We're taking cat naps and sleeping a little bit. But as soon as we arrived, we were starving. We were hungry, especially our son Matthew, and he wanted McDonald's. And the only thing, I think at Clark they have a Wendy's, and we had hired one of our best friends to kind of pick us up and drive us back to Manila. I said, "Can we stop at Wendy's here?" He's like, "No, it's better we keep going. We want to get out of the traffic. We want to get moving." So I said, "Okay." Maddie wasn't too happy with that, but he kept seeing McDonald's signs. He's like, "I want McDonald's. I want McDonald's." And we just stopped, and we stopped at a road stop. I guess kind of like a road stop like in the U.S., where you have eateries and you have gas. So we stopped for gas, and there was food there, and only Jollibee's. And there was some other stuff, but the Jollibee's would be the one that Maddie knew. Maddie had Jollibee's before, but not really for quite a while. We've been kind of living in different places in the country the last couple of years. And so he was used to Jollibee's when he was younger in Hawaii, but we went to Arizona, then New Jersey. There really aren't too many Jollibee's. And of course, there's Jollibee's in New York, but that's a little far for us. And so in any event, he hadn't had Jollibee's in a long time. He wasn't really quite enthusiastic about it. And we had to remind him about manners in the Philippines and, just taking what you can get. And he got in there, and he had a great time. And so we went in there, and I wasn't really paying much attention to their prices, but the food was great. Everything was great. Everyone had their meal. And for those of you that aren't familiar with Jollibees, you see chicken with spaghetti. You see different combinations that you don't normally see in the U.S., but a lot of chicken variations that you don't really see, unless, of course, you go to Jollibees or someplace like that. But in any event, um, you know, Maddie took to it. He liked it. Now he's saying, "I want Jollibees. I want Jollibees." McDonald's is coming in a close second, and we have a Jollibees and McDonald's, close to us here in Acacia in BGC. And so, and the delivery is excellent from both. They're a little quicker with McDonald's because it's right around the corner, but they're both great. But I thought I'd go over some prices. And when you get here to the Philippines, the one of the apps you can download. Let me get this back here with this app here. Name of this. Get the exact name of the app. It's Food Panda. So you have like Grab food delivery, and you have Food Panda, and then McDelivery, MC. So if you go in area, sure. So I thought I would just go over some of the prices. So for one piece of Chicken Joy, and I'm back to stable. It was a little unstable connection there. One piece of Chicken Joy is 83 pesos. So that's not too bad for a piece of chicken. It's going to be a little bit over $1. And you get a value meal for 99, which seems a little bit better. Jollibee spaghetti, and they're trying to reconnect me. I got back in with Jollibee spaghetti for 108 or almost 109 pesos, 190. And you have different variations of that here. So I mean, compared to the U.S., I mean, it'd be much more expensive. I mean, if you're getting, I guess, difficulty with my connection here. I'm connected again, so I might have to restart if this keeps going on. And you can choose spicy. Yeah, Priscilla didn't like the spicy. I'm going to go over the burgers, and so you can get a Yum burger for 64, about 6, a cheeseburger, like $1.08 or something like that in the U.S. So, no, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. The Yum burger is only 40 pesos, 38 pesos. So that's way below $1, maybe like 60, 70 cents. So that's a great deal. So that's like, almost 50 cents cheaper. But the Yum value meal, where you get it with a soda, is 65 pesos. Now, of course, you have no choice when you go into Jollibee's, but their drinks are a little small. So I mean, if you can get it takeout or bring your own drink, you're much better off. Um, so that's pretty good. And they have bacon, cheesy yumber for 64 pesos, and some other things going on there. Uh, you have the rice meals that come with burger steak, and that's 55 pesos. Burger steak supreme for 93 pesos. So not this stuff really isn't too bad. And you have one piece burger steak with rice and fries and choice of drink for 86 pesos. I mean that's pretty good. So I mean, and here's a super meal: Chicken Joy one piece with rice, spaghetti half, spaghetti roll 3-piece, and choice of drink for 148, almost 150 pesos. Hey, that's a dollar and a half or $2. I mean that is really really good. So I'd have to say that the prices in the Philippines, not as cheap as they used to be, but they're not that bad. Um, and then spaghetti and burger steak one piece with rice, 104. So and the very famous uh, Jollibee hot dog, classic hot dog, solo, 55 pesos. So that's a little pricey. I mean, that's a little bit of $1. You're better off getting the hot dog, cheesy French fries, and choice of drink for 112. That'd be $2. So it seems like the burger would be a better deal. But people love their Jollibee hot dog, and it's good. We got there, at our first stop there at the road stop. It was great. Um, so that's pretty good there. I'm trying to look. Yeah, Coke is 50 pesos. So yeah, the drink is what's going to kill you. Sunday cookies and cream 42, and they got some other stuff here. Let's go with the dessert and drinks. What they got? Yeah, chocolate sundae is 33. That's not bad. Pineapple juice. You'd think that'd be cheap in the Philippines. 60 pesos, so it's a little bit over $1. I don't know if that's such a great deal there. I mean, especially pineapples in the Philippines, you would think they'd be cheaper. Now, of course, extra rice, 28 pesos. That's always going to be, I would think, cheap in the Philippines. But I'm trying to think of what else to give you an idea. But the quality has been really good. The food's been really good. I mean, I would say it's better than American fast food. The quality and the service is certainly better. So I'd have to give Jollibee's an 8 plus. But of course, everything is rising. But I would think like if you're going to go there, like the Yum Burger for less than $1 or 38 pesos would be good. And if you bring your own drink, you're not too bad with that kind of stuff. Um, Trying to see. Oh, here are the add-ons. If I can find just what a thing of fries would cost, but I can't really find it here. Crispy spice fries are 53 pesos, so I would expect the peso, regular fries to be somewhere near that. It's better to get that with the deal. I know on the app they don't have many options with the add-on. McDonald's has a little more. So this was pretty good, right? Now I'm going to see if I can find some pizza for you guys. If I can, I'll just move to McDonald's. Here's Greenwich. So I'm just going to go with classic pizzas here. So just a cheese pizza, 77 pesos. I mean, you can't beat that. I had that at the local mall down the street here. I think it's a one-person pizza. So that's a little bit over $1. And I think we got a little bit more pepperoni. It's like a personal pizza. It was good. They make it fresh. You can tell it's really fresh. It's better than, I mean, Domino's used to be okay, but not good at all. So 77 pesos for, I guess, a classic lasagna supreme, and I think my wife had that for it's 100 pesos. Meaty spaghetti pan, 300 pesos. I don't know what that is, because I usually just get the pizza. And pizza value meal, you get chicken, rice, and a slice of pizza for 130 pesos, a little bit over $1. Now, of course, if you go to local restaurants, it's going to be much cheaper than this, especially for Filipino food. That's why most Filipinos are going to consider this kind of expensive. But you still see, I mean, when we went to the mall, Jollibee's was packed. So Greenwich and there wasn't a McDonald's. What was there? Greenwich and a few other places there. They were filled, but Jollibee's, man, it's kind of like a rock star concert. Where any mall you go to, Jollibee's is jammed, man, jammed compared to the other restaurants. And so, like, be prepared if you're going through Jollibee's in a Filipino mall. Man, you got to get your seat, and you got to camp out there because it's crowded. I was really kind of shocked by that with the other choices that they just flock to Jollibee's. I mean, it's the devotion and love of Jollibee's is that great. But as we go through here, I mean, they have chickens and things here at Greenwich, but that's not too bad. And they have the overloaded bacon overloaded pizza for 111. So I mean, you can't really go wrong with that. I mean, that's not really that bad. We had my wife got a regular pizza, and I don't know how much that cost. Uh, but that wasn't exactly cheap. And this is 12-inch pizzas. You get two of them for 700 pesos. Maybe that's what she got. And it's okay. It's not that bad a deal. And these are the bundled promos. And I'm looking at this at the Panda app that they got going on here. And I'll switch right now to McDelivery. McDelivery is the app for McDonald's, the delivery app. So they're not using Grab or the Panda app here. They're using McDelivery. And so I'm going to take a look here at the menus. And so let me just go over the prices of burgers here in the Philippines. So, hey, a cheeseburger is going to be 125 pesos. That's about the same price as the U.S. So maybe that's why people are flocking to Jollibees. It's much cheaper for a burger. I don't know about the size, or I haven't really thought about that. But hey, a burger's 125. Now, of course, this is delivered, but I think there's a delivery fee that's pretty cheap. So I don't think that has to do with that. A burger McDo, I don't know how that's cheaper, but it's cheaper, 110 pesos, not by much. A Big Mac is 202. A cheeseburger deluxe, 150 pesos. A double cheeseburger is 167 pesos. And a quarter pounder with cheese is 202 pesos. So, the price, and some things, the prices are better than the U.S., and some things they're almost exactly the same. So, like for the cheeseburger, I would think, but I have to see if I think this is with a value meal though. So I think this is with the whole thing. So let me take a look at that. I think that's probably a value meal because that'd be more than, yeah, because 50 pesos, it would be, that's a little overpriced. So I don't, if that's really the case, that's really kind of expensive. I'm going to see what a la carte is here. Yeah. So, it's not, I guess that comes with the drink and the fries. That's, so a cheeseburger by itself is 61 pesos, a little over $1. So that would be the same price as the U.S. Now, the burger McDo, which there's no equivalent in the U.S., is 35 pesos. So that would be kind of the, competing factor with Jollibees. Double cheeseburger is 116 pesos. A quarter pounder is 150 pesos. So that's one, two, three, like $3. Now that's $2 cheaper than the U.S. about. Now the McDo, I think, is just going to be a plain burger. So that's 35 pesos. But if you add cheese, you're getting more. You're getting charged another 30 pesos. So that's kind of a lot. And then they have other things. A 6-piece of McNuggets is 123 pesos. So that would be a dollar something. That's better than the U.S. That's much better than the U.S. And 10 pieces, 190. So the chicken is a better deal. And I'm trying to think. Here are the fries. See, they have the fry add-on here. If you just want one thing of fries, it's like $1. So, and that's a large fry. It looks like. So that's much better than the U.S. 2 fries, and it's really interesting in the Philippines. They do a side-by-side carton, so you can get 2 fries at once. They kind of carry it around, and you can get 2 large fries for 134. So that's almost like $3. So that, and they're large. You get a lot of fries. That's the one thing I have to say is they really fill up your portions here in the Philippines, and so you're going to get your value, especially with the fries. Now with the drink, that's another story, but the fries, they fill it up. So if you're going to if you're going to be in the Philippines, if you want to save a little bit, I would bring my own drinks in. The drinks are kind of small, and so that's how they're making their money a little bit. I would definitely bring bottled water in or something, or a drink if you want to save some. And there's a lot of places to sit outside at some of these Jollibees and McDonald's, in the malls especially. So you can just get a drink, bring it in. It's not that big of a deal. Trying to think of what else. They have this other kinds of meals here. And just let me see what they have. Um, so we can go to the extra value meal. Yeah, and that's what it was, 125 pesos for the value meal. So in that regard, for a cheeseburger value meal, 125, that's pretty good. So that's going to be like, well, it's going to be $2.25. So that's not too bad of a deal. McDonald's here has their own spicy chicken, and that's going to be 113. So it's going to be like $2. It has one piece of chicken. If you want the rice, you got to add another 30 pesos, and you get a drink, and you get sauce, and you get the rice and the chicken. Um, the burger McDo, or just a plain burger with a drink and fries, is $2. So I mean, yeah, I mean, my gut feeling on this is really to bring your own drink. The drinks are really, really small, and there's no refills in the Philippines that I know of. Bottomless, you got to pay again. So like if you're just paying once, you could just refill it, but they don't have bottomless yet. In some places they do in some restaurants, but not in the fast food places yet. They're still kind of holding on to that. Let's look at their holiday desserts here. So they get rich chocolate pie for 42. It's an apple pie, I guess, a chocolate. A coffee McFlurry Oreo for 52. Classic milk tea. We don't get this, the milk drink, for 95. Well, that's a little pricey. So, it's almost $2 there. And watermelon milk tea with brown sugar is the same price, about $2. But it looks like it's a pretty big portion there. Apple pies, 35 pesos might be the best deal here. I'm looking for what else we can get here. A Coke Zero is 58 pesos. I mean, that's a little pricey. A hot caramel sundae is 30 pesos. And other things like iced coffee is 65 pesos. I mean, that's not too bad. Pineapple juice, again, is over $1. It doesn't make sense to me in the Philippines why that shouldn't be cheaper. A Sprite is 58. And of course, if you go to the local restaurants around the street, you're going to get things a lot cheaper and bigger portions. This is a real treat for most Filipino families to go out. And here they have a fry McFloat combo for 221 pesos. Filipinos love their desserts, and they mix in the fries with that. So that's a really good deal, actually, for desserts. Now they have breakfast, of course, at McDonald's, and so two hot cakes for 73 pesos. Hey, that's not too bad. You get a chicken, rice, egg, and hash browns for 162. So like a bit over $3. But that's a big meal. I mean, you could split that. So that's for $3. I mean, you could get a meal here. But of course, outside it might be cheaper. It might even just be a peso too. You might get a much bigger meal at a local place around the corner. They have the egg McMuffin, but they call it a cheesy eggs deal. Eggs to sol, not a McMuffin sandwich, and it's not an English muffin. It's just a bun. That's kind of an American thing. 119, but that's for a full meal with coffee, I guess, and hash browns. So I guess if you got it on your own, it might be cheaper. No, they do have the egg McMuffin here. Sorry, way in the bottom for 103, and it comes with a coffee. And hash browns are 37 pesos. So you have some stuff here. The apps are really great to use. I don't really have a program to show you. And they're kind of self-explanatory. The McDonald's app, or McDelivery, was the easiest one. The Panda app was okay. We had trouble with the one app because they wouldn't put us our delivery in. But we got it to work. I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal. I think with the Grab app, they have food delivery there too. I forget when we had trouble inputting the address in. But overall, and they'll have deals periodically. especially on the food panda. I think we could have gotten a pizza for 10 pesos the other day with delivery. So periodically, you can get some great deals. Um, we're winding this up. I know it's a little bit late over there in the U.S. for those people that are watching, but I hope, this was a topic of interest to me, especially since, back in the day, I thought America had great fast food. It's kind of declined a little bit, but I can honestly say the Philippines has great food, I think much better than the U.S. And of course, if you need to get something on the run, you're going to go Jollibee. It's so crowded, but it's there. It's great food. And of course, there's much cheaper options, which we'll be covering in the future. So I hope I didn't look too tired here, but looked a little more tired, but I'm perking up. And I hope you guys have a great night or a great morning wherever you are. And take care out there and see you later. Bye-bye.